Good morning, folks. Mark Frederic, Le Charcuterie Anglais here. Hopefully sharing a useful tip for you if you're into salami making, or times where you're using peppercorns in certain products. So it could be a pate. Most undoubtedly it will be some form of salami. Maybe in your form of a mortadella even. Not that you normally see peppercorns in mortadella, but that could be your version. But I'm just trying to give you the idea as to where you're using whole peppercorns in particular. So how often, particularly when you take a thin slice of a salami, and you enjoy the bite experience, eating the meat, and then you get to this hard nugget of a peppercorn and you bite into it. For one thing, there could be this awful burst of heat, but there's anxiety, especially if you're my age, that you're going to break your bloody teeth on the peppercorns. So, for those of you who do make homemade salami, and because I'm sure the guys commercially don't follow this tip either, but I'm aiming at you, the home user, because you're most likely to adopt the method, is invariably you're probably just using whole peppercorns like that. These are black ones, of course, and in my little pepper mill that I use at home. So, and they're great for when you want fresh pepper, because you want to keep all your spices whole where you can until you actually come to use them. That way you get the maximum out of them. So, but anyway, what can you do to elevate the eating experience? Well, I've got some black peppercorns here from Campot. When I visited my mate at Mark Treadbridge in Cambodia. Hello, Mark. I know you'll be watching this video. Not that you know I'm doing it about the Campot pepper. But anyway, Mark lives in Campot, Cambodia. And Mark is a guy who came to some of my tutorials at Empire Farm in Somerset many years ago. And we used to get, hundreds and hundreds of people through the doors there each year, teaching butchery, charcuterie. And this was a tip I was never able to afford at Empire Farm because I didn't know about it until I went to visit Mark in Cambodia. And Mark has become a very good friend of mine. He started as a student and then we've become very good friends. And I've been out to Cambodia to visit him several times. And he's now living in Campot. And we went out to one of the farms to find Campot peppers because they're the most famous peppers in the world. And if you're going to be making stuff, why not use the best in the world? But anyway, we came across this product, okay, and I'm just trying to think what can I show you? You can already see that I'm going to get them. Yeah, they come in these lovely brown paper, straw, cardboard type boxes. They are plastic lined, I have to say. Whoops, there's my some of my peppercorns falling out. I'm just going to put some into my hand. I want you to see the difference. So can you let me pick the camera up and see if I can get the camera to pick up on those. So not very easy, I realise, but anyway, they actually might be able to just see they're coated in something. Do you know what that is? Salt. The peppercorns that have been cured, salted, okay? And in a way to do that, there's a special technique. And what you have to do is take your dried peppercorns, your whole dried, that's how we normally see them, and then put them on some greaseproof paper or something similar, inside a bamboo rice steamer, and steam your peppercorns. And once the peppercorns become rehydrated and supple again, not too much, so you're going to have to gauge it, Okay, you can take them out and then put them in a bowl with a salt of your choosing. Not many people know this, but in Campot, they also make their own salt, you know. So here we've got these Campot peppers with the Campot salt, and they've been coated. But they're quite supple. So it's these, or your own style, if you do it yourself, steam your own peppers and then cure them, get them coated in salt. It's these you can then put into your salami making and elevate your product, okay, to be unique, to be something better than anybody else's. And also, like, if you want to put them into your pâtés whole, all right, this is a way to do it. So when you have the biting experience of using these peppers that have been cured, you get through it very easily. It's more of a like a pressured crush, you know, rather than that bite where you're stuck and then it breaks through. And when it breaks through, you're not sure whether you broke the peppercorn or you broke your tooth, you know. So to avoid that kind of experience, you want the supple kind, the softer bite, but you want the impact of the peppers visually and for taste. This is a hot tip, all right? So gathered together by Mark and Mark, you know, myself, Mark Frederick, and my pal Mark, who's in Cambodia, in Kampot, okay? Who coincidentally is now one of our judges for the Great Global Meat Awards. So thank you for joining us, Mark. Really appreciate that. So we've got several judges now out in Asia, particularly Southeast Asia. So Indonesia, Thailand, Cambodia. So you know, we're spreading. Sorry, digressing. Back to your peppercorns. So so there you are, guys. A great tip on how to prepare and use black pepper. So so forget that. Nothing wrong with that, but forget that, and use Campot style cured peppers. That's where the original idea was created, out in Campot. Okay. And like I said, myself and Mark came across it and we thought, oh, what a wonderful idea. And accidentally, one of their staff members gave us the recipe on how to make it. So, but we've given them several years grace. So now we're starting to share it, you know. So, so there we are. That's what you do. Steam your peppers, get them softer, get us for a softer bite, more supple, cure them in salt, okay, and get them into your charcuterie, especially salumi for making salami. So there we are. Hope you enjoyed that, and if you enjoyed it, please go down into the description below and buy me a coffee, because all the money raised by buying me a coffee will go towards making videos and for other fundraising events. So so there we are. Okay, till the next time, toodaloo.